everyone, this is Rashi and welcome back to the Reading Platter. And in today's video, I'm going to discuss with you the books that I've bought with Audible membership. I previously had 9 credits for the 9 months that I wasn't filming, so I bought a few books then. So I will be discussing all the audiobooks that I have bought. So 9 audiobooks that I have bought previously. So I have also a few books that were free with my Audible membership, but I am not discussing those books. I am only discussing the books that I have bought with the membership. The first book that I'm going to talk about is The Teacher by Freda McFadden, and I am reading the blurb for my laptop, so excuse when I look down here. So this is a thriller mystery and it is 400 pages long. It was released in 2024. I bought it in February or March, so let's read the blurb. Lesson 1. Trust no one. Eve has a good life. She wakes up each day, kisses her husband Nate, and heads off to teach math at a local high school. All is as it should be, except last year, Kasim High was rocked by a scandal involving a student-teacher affair with one student, Addie, at its center. But Eve knows there is far more to these ugly rumors than meets the eye. Addie can't be trusted. She lies. She hurts people. She destroys lives. At least that's what everyone says. But nobody knows the real Addie. Nobody knows the secrets that could destroy her, and Addie will do anything to keep it quiet. I just solely bought this book without reading the blurb, for the cover and for the genres. So I have done this with a lot of books, like almost every book. So yeah, I'm not mad about it, but it was a little bit what can I say? I did not expect it to be this disappointing, kind of, but I hope the book is really good and the narration is good, because I am very excited to read it, because this is what I say for every book. So moving on to the next book, which is very famous, and it is a romance contemporary fiction. It was published in 2022 and it is 337 pages long, and the book is The No Show by Beth O'Leary. So Simon is a quick-tempered life coach with way too much on her plate. Miranda is a tree surgeon used to being treated as just one of the guys on the job. Jen is a soft-spoken volunteer for the local charity shop with zero sense of self-worth. These 3 women are strangers who have only one thing in common. They have all been stood up on the same day, the very worst day to be stood up, Valentine's Day. And unbeknownst to them, they have all been stood up by the same man. Okay, that is interesting. Once they have each forgiven him for standing them up, they let him back into their lives and are in serious danger of falling in love with a man who seems to have just 1 or 2 but 3 women on the go. Is there more to him that meets the eye, and will they each untangle their truth before they all get their hearts broken? 3 women who seemingly have nothing in common find that they're involved with the same man in the smart new rom-com by Beth O'Leary. When they find out, I am worried about the guy. What happens to him? That will be really interesting to read, wouldn't it be? So let's move on to the next book, Fake Dates and Mooncakes. It is so pretty. The cover is so pretty. The book is by Cher Lee. It is a romance LGBTQ contemporary, and I mean, I love the color scheme. Dylan Tang wants to win a Mid-Autumn Festival mooncake making competition for teen chefs in memory of his mom, and to bring much needed publicity to his aunt's struggling Chinese takeout in Brooklyn. Enter Theo Sommers. Charming, wealthy, with a smile that makes Dylan's stomach do backflips, aka a distraction. Their worlds are sun and moon apart, but Theo keeps showing up. He even convinces Dylan to be his fake date at a family wedding in the Hamptons. In Theo's glittering world of pomp, privilege, and crazy rich drama, their romance is supposed to be just pretend, but Dylan finds himself falling for Theo for real. Then Theo's relatives reveal their true colors, but with the mooncake contest looming, Dylan can't risk being sidetracked by rich people problems. Can Dylan save his family's business and follow his art, or will he fail to do both? Interesting, very, very interesting. I just want to know how the narration is actually, what the voices of these handsome men will be. Let's move on to the next book on the list, that is Frenemies with Benefits. It is a romance, contemporary, young adult, coming of age, and it is 400 pages long, published in 2023. The book is by Lydia Sharp. If there was an award for least able to function around cute boys, Jess Webster would clean up. She can rarely talk to a guy, let alone engage in naked things. But now that high school is over, Jess resolves to put her big girl pants on and at least bag the long-time object of her desire, Andrew. All she needs is someone to practice on first. Enter Benjamin Oliver. Jock hot, nerd hot, which is just greedy, really. Star quarterback and all-around pain in Jess's ass. While Jess would rather nap on a nest of fire ants than be his girlfriend, there's still something about him that sends a jolt through her stomach, making him her best and only candidate for a guy-game glow-up. With summer in full swing and not one, but two cute boys on the horizon, Jess is pretty sure she's on the winning side of the bargain. But can her deal with Benjamin stay purely business with pleasure? And the question that Jess soon can't ignore, does she want it to? A choice. Very nice, very interesting. I am controlling my next book. I Kissed Sarah Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. It is also an LGBTQ romance. So let's read what the book is about. Chloe Green is so close to winning. After her mom's moved her from SoCal to Alabama for high school, she spent her past 4 years dodging gossipy classmates and a puritanical administration at Willow Grove Christian Academy. The thing that's kept her going, winning valedictorian. Her only rival, prom queen Sarah Wheeler, the principal's perfect progeny. But a month before graduation, Sarah kisses Chloe and vanishes. On a furious hunt for answers, Chloe discovers she's not the only one Sarah's cursed. There's also Smith, Sarah's long-term quarterback sweetheart, and Rory, Shara. There's actually Shara. I'm sorry. Shara or Shara's bad boy neighbor with a crush. The three have nothing in common except Shara and the annoyingly cryptic notes she left behind. But together, they might entangle Shara's trail of clues and find her. It'll be worth it if Chloe can drag Shara back before graduation to beat her fair and square. Thrown into an unlikely alliance, chasing a ghost through parties, break-ins, puzzles, and secrets revealed on monogram stationery, Chloe starts to suspect there might be more to the small town than she thought. And maybe, probably not, but maybe more to Shara too. Fierce, funny, and frank Casey McQuiston. This sounds like a thriller to me as well. Yes, the tag says mystery, but more of romance. So let's see what happens here. I am actually confused about what's in this book, if it's a proper mystery, proper romance, because I don't think there's much of romance but much of history, but the tag says otherwise. We'll find out when we listen to it. So we have 4 more books left to talk about. Let's start it because it is actually 1 a.m. in the morning right now and I need to sleep. So moving on to the next book, Never Lie by Frida McFadden. Again, a thriller mystery suspense, and what it has to say. Newlyweds Tricia and Ethan are searching for the house of their dreams, but when they visit the remote manor that once belonged to Dr. Adrian Hale, a renowned psychiatrist who vanished without a trace 4 years earlier, a violent winter storm traps them at their estate, with no chance to escape until the blizzard comes to an end. In search of a book to keep her entertained until the snow abates, Tricia happens upon a secret room, one that contains audio transcripts from every single patient Dr. Hale has ever interviewed. As Tricia listens to the cassette tape, she learns about the terrifying chain of events leading up to Dr. Hale's mysterious disappearance. Tricia plays the tapes one by one late into the night. With each one, another shocking piece of the puzzle falls into place, and Dr. Adrian Hale's web of lies slowly unravels. And then Tricia reaches the final cassette, the one that reveals the entire horrifying truth. Reading it right away, it is 286 pages long. I am going to buy it on Kindle as well. It was published in 2022, but I have the audiobook, so why I'm telling you about the pages, I don't know, because it is mentioned on Goodreads, and I am going to read this book next. I have said this about a lot of books. So, next book we are reading is a part of a series, and it's Not You, It's Me by Julie Johnson. It is a romance, contemporary romance, humor. Okay, this is something I need. Okay. Summers is unlucky in love. She's known it since third grade, when a first crush blew a spitball into her hair, and a decade-long string of bad dates, boring sex, and abysmal morning afters had done nothing to improve her prospects. When a random radio contest lands her courtside tickets to the hottest playoff game this season, Gemma thinks her luck has finally been on the upswing, at least until she dreaded Chumberton Kisscam lands on her and a date who's too busy ignoring her to notice. Thankfully, the sexy stranger sitting next to her is more than willing to step in. One kiss, two strangers, no strings attached. Or she thinks. Turns out, kissing Chase Croft, Boston's most eligible bachelor, may be enough to convince even a girl who's given up on love to let down her guard one last time. Interesting. And you know what I'm going to say? This book was published in 2015. It's 428 pages long. It is an old book. It's been 9 years since the book was published. Whole 9 years. This series has 5 books, and the series was over in 2018. Okay, so I'm very excited to read this one too. Yes, I'm excited to read all the books, and that's why I have bought them. So don't judge me. The next book is also a romance. This is Funny Story by Emily Henry. The author you might know about. It is 395 pages long, and it was published in 2024. A shimmering, joyful new novel about a pair of opposites with the wrong thing in common. Daphne always loved the way her fiancé Peter told their story. How they met on a blustery day, fell in love over an errant hat, and moved back to his lakeside hometown to begin their life together. He really was good at telling it, right up until the moment he realized he was actually in love with his childhood best friend Petra. Which is how Daphne begins her new story. Stranded in beautiful Waning Bay, Michigan, without friends or family, but with a dream job as a children's librarian that barely pays the bills, and proposing to be roommates with the only person who could possibly understand her predicament, Petra's ex, Miles Novak. Scruffy and chaotic, with a penchant for taking solace in the sounds of heartbreak, love ballet, Miles is exactly the opposite of practical, buttoned-up Daphne, whose co-workers know so little about her, they have a running bet that she's either FBI or in witness protection. Their roommates mainly avoid one another until one day, while drowning their sorrows, they form a tenuous friendship and a plan. If said plan also involves posting deliberately misleading photos of their summer adventures together, well, who could blame them? But it's all just for show, of course, because there's no way Daphne would actually start her new chapter by falling in love with her ex-fiance's new fiance's ex, right? Right or wrong? Funny story. Yeah, I have read two books by Emily Henry, and I have enjoyed both of them, one being a 5-star, one being a 4-star. So I guess I'll enjoy this one as well. So yeah. Next one is what can you say, adult romance audiobook. It is 248 pages long. It was published in 2000. It is also part of series. The series have 5 books, and I guess I was getting all the 5 books in the series, but I decided to buy only first one, which is a good decision because you don't know how the books might turn out. So yeah, the series actually ended in 2002. Let's see what the book is about. He's not the man she thought he was, but when danger lurks, he's the man she needs. Any rookie on the force could verify if Charmed is a legit etiquette school for businessmen or something else. But coming off a wrenching drug bust, Detective Kane McDermott's captain gave him a choice: take the fluff case or take enforced time off. The moment Kane meets Skylar Luck, he's in trouble. She's fierce, keen-eyed, intelligent, in a body built for sin. And when they touch, the jolt of desires reminds him if it's never wise to mix police work with pleasure. Kayla is used to handling men who are more focused on her curves than her mind. But when her newest client arrives for lessons in foreign language and business etiquette, she's the one who can't tear her eyes off all those muscles wrapped in a sexy double-breasted suit. Dinner out leads to a hot night in bed, and Kayla falls hard and fast until she learns the business suit hides a badge and she calls it quits. But Kane's already lost his heart and discovers she's in danger, and if he can't convince her she's safe with him, he'll lose the woman he loves. I don't think there is much of adult in it. And this sounds a good story. It only has 3,587 ratings. So I don't know if this book will be a 5-star, 4-star. I'm actually not sure with these types of books because some of them are good, and if some books have like very explicit scenes, I tend to not like them, which is okay, which is perfectly okay. It's your choice anyways. So yeah, I don't know what to say, what to expect from this. So these were the books that I bought on Audible when I was not active on YouTube. So yeah, I hope you like this video, and we'll meet in the next one. Bye.